Did you know the K-Flock trial starts March 10th for the Oscar Hernandez passing and his RICO charges? What looks like a scary case of evidence left Flock calling rapper Top 5, saying he will be home sooner than we think.
Talk to them, Flock. Talk to them, my dog. Soon come home, man. You got these little boys walking around with no jewels, Flock. They need you. They need you, Flock.
I'm coming,
As K-Flock's trial was pushed to March 10th after it was announced, New York rapper K-Flock sent in a bond request early in court this morning. He's been sitting in jail since 2021. The news article likely caused this by announcing Flock's team brought up issues inside of court about his current jail situation. Inmates targeting the rapper for money, snacks, and commissary has become an issue, leaving the rapper in several physical altercations. As K-Flock's jail situation is a result of the crimes that he committed, however, his lawyers made a statement regarding his soon release from jail, as they believe his trial will be a slam dunk win. The trial description reads that on December 23, 2021, New York rapper K-Flock, otherwise known as Kevin Perez, was involved in a situation leading to the passing of a man named Oscar Hernandez. On this day, K-Flock was walking down the street in the city. From the photos, Flock is seen walking past a barbershop with two other individuals. He's wearing a blue coat with a shiesty mask. As Flock walks past the shop, a man known as Oscar Hernandez steps out suddenly. Oscar noticed it was Flock and yelled at him down the street, asking, "What are you looking at?" A small argument brewed up between the two on the street, but after shouting back and forth at each other, Hernandez began walking away from K-Flock. As Hernandez has his back to him, Flock pulls out his firearm from his waistband and uses it towards Hernandez. Flock connected to Hernandez multiple times as he tried running back into the barbershop. Being left on the sidewalk and Flock fleeing the scene, ambulance and police were called, and he'd unfortunately passed in the hospital from his injuries. All that was left at the scene were shell casings and Hernandez's slides that he was wearing. The NYPD had no lead for 24 hours. They had no idea who did the act to Oscar and who was responsible. However, it wasn't long before the NYPD secured video surveillance and made posts asking the public for information on their suspect. With K-Flock being popular, his fans quickly ratted him out to the authorities and informed them it was him. Because on the same day the incident went down, K-Flock flexed the designer jacket on Instagram. The NYPD then put out a warrant for Flock's arrest. He took the time while he was still free to hire one of the best lawyers in the game. The following day, Flock and his lawyer got together and walked into the NYPD's 30th precinct. His lawyer then put out this statement. "Yesterday, I accompanied Kevin as he self-surrendered to detectives in the 30th precinct. Arrangements were immediately made with NYPD once I learned he was wanted. As to the charges against him, we have begun our investigation into these allegations. We will address bail once we have had a chance to review the case and further investigate the DA's noteworthy disclosure." K-Flock's lawyer was then given all the evidence the feds had, and he truly believes K-Flock was acting in self-defense.
When the guy hits the ground and is found, he's got a loaded that was in his pocket that his hand was on at the time. We consider that to be self-defense.
So he did keep him in self-defense.
That's what the allegation is. I don't want to talk too much about the details of the case,
Okay.
but the government claims that he pulled the... But at the same time, the person that was around had his hand on a illegal loaded, apparently about Kevin.
Okay. So without saying too much, you're arguing obviously self-defense. That's the crux of the case.
That could be one of the arguments, self-defense. And I would say to the public, somebody's walking up to you with a loaded, it's pretty clear is going to use it, with a criminal record a mile long. Do you want to get or do you not want to?
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't hesitate to pull the...
After the statement was released, the NYPD put out their statement. The NYPD believed this incident was street-related, based on K-Flock's affiliation with a Bronx-based street team. It's on record that he's heavily involved in street-related acts. Being a big-name figure, he had lots of control on situations and was a main target when his ops would retaliate. This ended up destroying his name in the rap industry fast, leading into his best friend saying,
"Okay, but so I saw some fans who were off at both me and academics after K-Flock got locked up because just because I guess in our tone when we talked about it, it might have seemed like we were being a little too presumptuous. But is that weird for you? Because I'm sure you see people all the way from rappers to whoever acting like your boy is just done and he's cooked in this situation.
I ain't gonna lie, people
Especially people that don't even be knowing, like, y'all don't even know what's going on, bro.
Yeah.
K-Flock and his lawyers are convinced and claim the situation was an act of self-defense. They were sure they'd have a positive verdict and he would have been released already, yet he's still behind bars. This had rappers reacting to his case saying,
"What's it like for you watching the K-Flock thing happen?" That's crazy. Next big artist coming out of New York.
I love Flock, so I like that. I like that. That's my guy.
Okay.
But you know, I'm wishing him the best right now, you know what I'm saying? And you know, for the alleged charges they pushing on him, you know what I'm saying? I'm wishing his family the best. I'm wishing the whole team the best and everything, you know what I'm saying? And I hope he beat them alleged charges, you know what I'm saying? Because he got a lot of future brightness he got, and I hope, you know what I'm saying, everything just wake all the young kids up. Like how fat it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That would be a sad story if that's the end of it.
We ain't gonna think like that, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta stay positive.
But with K-Flock's lawyers building up the self-defense argument for the case, it turned much worse for K-Flock. With the announcement, K-Flock was indicted by a federal grand jury for multiple new racketeering conspiracy charges, also known as RICO charges. Hip-hop creators reacted to the news worrying for K-Flock. K-Flock just caught a RICO. It's really over. DJ Academics also said, Feds just unsealed an indictment on K-Flock for a RICO charge. The mandatory minimum if he doesn't beat those charges or snitch is life in prison. He still is facing state charges that have him locked up. This relates to what Boozy said about YNW Melly. When the feds want you, they'll do anything to get you.
When they want you, they want you. I knew they wanted him bad when they waited for that law to get passed. So it'd be 8-4.
Oh, right, yeah.
You know, they waited all the way till that law got passed to take him to trial.
Yeah, he was in jail for what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, they could have been took you to trial.
You're right.
They waited till that law got passed and took him to trial a couple months later. When they want you, man. Just don't see how he didn't get a bond after a fucking mistrial.
As K-Flock should be released from jail by now, even his lawyers agree as they would react to the new RICO charges sharing. We're not surprised by the federal charges as we've been fighting Kevin's state charges for over a year now. Considering the incident was a clear act of self-defense, it wasn't a strong charge. The fact that it's now being used as a basis for a possible penalty charge is extraordinary. On video, it is crystal clear that Kevin was about to be affected after attempting to walk away from the other person. Only then did Kevin use an item to defend himself and another from an armed team member who was about to pull out his item from his pocket. The feds are trying all tactics to get evidence on K-Flock, even going to his co-defendant. Academics tweeted, K-Flock's co-defendant Sticky says they came to him to ask him to snitch on K-Flock, and he told them, "No, I'll see you in 30 years, sharing this Instagram photo of Sticky and K-Flock on the street in New York City with a caption saying, "Did stuff at RL together. Guess we gotta defend our freedom against these people together. It's all fun and games till those people come." They said, "Tell us about Kevin. Help yourself. 30 years is a long time. Well, guess I'll see you in 30 years. This is great and bad news for K-Flock. The great news is his co-defendant will stay loyal to K-Flock till the end. The bad news is, in cases as severe as this one, there are 15 people minimum being targeted for this charge. With the feds looking for possible snitches against K-Flock, they will likely find someone to tell on him. But it feels very similar to Durk's case right now, where reports came out of people snitching against him, but it was false. An example being, Lil Durk found out his co-defendant OTF Vonnie filed for protective custody when they came to court together this week, which got the attention of Lil Durk's best friend Bezu, who reacted on IG Live.
No motherfucker know what's going on, but them people that's in them courtrooms, man. For real, for real. Them be false accusations. Y'all don't even know what the be going on, for real. Y'all really be trying to play Inspector Gadget and all this. Y'all just be weird as hell. That's what I be talking about, man. Like, first y'all done threw the jams rumors out there. Now y'all talking about Vonnie a snitch, gang. A snitch on what? Y'all don't even really know what's going on, for real. My kids, y'all really just be running. And that's why I don't participate in nothing that got to do with nothing illegal. Because of you motherfuckers, y'all be trying to get them put under the jail.
With all this going on, we finally heard from K-Flock himself. K-Flock was on FaceTime with his friends in the free world, although it's unknown how he got FaceTime in jail. Although sources claim K-Flock's commissary money gets him whatever he wants. With these photos of him on FaceTime, many fans noticed he looks worried and almost like he's been crying inside jail. He doesn't look like the regular confident K-Flock we're all used to seeing. The call only lasted around 20 seconds, which I can't share due to copyright, but these photos give us a clear picture of how K-Flock's looking these days and how he feels on his current case.